Welcome to the Talking Heart, always connected though miles apart. Like the lotus flower grows from the mud, transforming pain into power, we rise above. I used to be desperate for my kids to see my worth as a mother, my boss to see my worth, my friends to see my worth, my parents to see my worth, and so on and so on. No matter how hard I tried, I allowed people to make me feel worthless. I could never, ever measure up. I was completely overcome by my own insecurities, my self-destructive thoughts, and I allowed, now that's the key word, I allowed people to have the power to topple me and to knock me down with just a word or a judgment. I would crumble, just crumble into pieces. And I've allowed so many people in my life to break me. And I have built myself up from being broken many, many times. Now I don't really care what anyone thinks. Maybe it's because I've built myself up so many times. Maybe because it's age. Maybe because, I don't know exactly what it is, but it's something that's happening inside of me, which is like brand new territory for me. I feel like I'm finally okay with who I am now. This is so crazy because I've been battling myself my entire life. So when I say that I don't care what others think, it doesn't mean that I'm being selfish and sloppy or that I'm bulldozing others. It means that I am starting to value myself, not above anyone else, but alongside others. I've begun to take myself into consideration instead of putting everyone else above me or in front of me. I'm approaching every situation that arises in life, and we have many on a daily basis, one by one, and I'm taking time to reflect one step at a time, making the best decisions that I know how for all involved, including myself. I'm well aware of my ego, and don't get me wrong, I wrestle with it. And I wrestle with it quite often, and I have to call it out, and then I have to put it aside. So I think before I talk now. I think about where my words are coming from. Are my words coming from my ego? Are they coming from my heart? And what will the consequences of my words be? What will the tone create within the other? And I'm not trying to create fights. I'm not interested in power struggles anymore. I don't have the need to be the best. I don't have to be perfect like I used to try to be, because now I've admitted to myself and I'm okay with the fact that I'm not perfect. And I also know that nobody else is perfect because we're all human. So I allow myself finally some grace, the same that I do with others. And this is balance. Some people may be overly narcissistic or only thinking about themselves, and they may have the problem of having to learn to think about others. But my problem has been that I've never thought about myself. I've only thought of others, and now I have to learn how to think of myself, but without becoming selfish. I'm also no longer allowing anyone to make me their victim. The victim mentality, I've played that for so long, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work for your soul, for your spirit, and it's so disempowering. And I take responsibility for myself, for my emotions, and most importantly, in my situation, I allow others to be responsible for themselves. I no longer take responsibility for their afflictions. I don't make excuses for them. I have compassion. I'll be a good listener, but I know that I am not the savior. In fact, I can't save anyone, and that everyone has to save themselves. Therefore, at this point, I let go. I get out of the way. I give it to God. I have faith, And I pray for the best. I pray for the best in every situation. I'm finally going easier on myself. I'm not whipping myself around anymore. I'm not trying to control others and control myself in such a pressurized way like I used to. I'm going easy on myself. Finally, I'm going easy on myself. But what I realize in starting to attain this balance that I've tried so hard to get to, and I'm sure that I'm going to struggle with, and life just keeps going in cycles, and this is just a time when I feel more balanced within my heart and within myself. But I know that this battle that's happening has always been within myself. And for you listening, whatever battle you're going through, take a look at how you battle yourself. Listen to your thoughts and how you talk to yourself. And go easier on yourself. Give yourself some grace. Give others grace. We need that. There's so much pressure right now in the world. There's so much pressure in making things work and paying bills and all the things that we have to do for survival on this planet and all the stresses that we have. Give yourself a break. Give yourself some leeway. And maybe have a little fun. Be in the moment and just be in your feet and put your feet on the ground.